Hello, good morning. I am in Canning Town under a bridge because my house is full of grandchildren and children. So even the house is big, I don't have a very private environment to do a video. And today I was really moved to do a video, okay? And I decided to come to this place in Canning Town, nearby Canning Town Station, and I'm doing the video here. Okay. So I apologize for the noise that's gonna be in the background, but that is our life today. That is our reality, and you can't avoid our reality. And it's exactly what I have to talk about today. Okay. I'm gonna go back in time, thousands of years ago. And why I'm gonna do it? Because I felt that past experiences of people that we read about it are like traffic signs for us. When you are driving in a motorway, you see a lot of traffic signs saying reduce your speed. It's a very sharp curve in the front, and they say the miles, etc. So that's the way I look at experiences of people from the past. I look at it as a traffic sign for myself. So this one is a very, very interesting traffic light, okay? Because it tells us how things in life works. The problem with us is we read the stories, you listen to the stories, but you don't get deep in the story to take the whole of the story and the experiences of the story and apply to our daily life. And I want to tell you this story and apply it to our early day life. Okay, this man, the man of the story, is called Joseph. His father was Abraham. Abraham is the father of the Muslim and Jewish people. Okay, so Abraham had 13, 13 one girl and 12 boys. And the number 11 was Joseph. Joseph was a dreamer. But the problem with the dreamers is you can't tell your dream to everyone. If you are a dreamer, you have to choose who you're going to tell your dream. But Joseph don't have a lot of people around him. So he told his dreams to his brothers. 4 of his brothers didn't like Joseph very much. They were, let me say, they were jealous about Joseph. They think that Joseph's fathers, Abraham, liked more Joseph than the other sons. But that was not true. Joseph was just one of his sons. But because Joseph was a good boy, and Abraham had a lot of hopes on Joseph, so Abraham gave a lot of attention to Joseph. I think Abraham knew that in future Joseph would be an important person. So Abraham was giving him more attention and teach him how to write, etc. So because of these dreams, the brothers decided to, in one circumstance there that you can read if you wanted, the story, they in one circumstance there that you can read the story. I'm not gonna tell the story because it's too long. they sold Joseph to a caravan when they were in the desert. So Joseph was sold as a slave by his brothers because they were jealous about him. And they decided, okay, let's see if his dream is going to come true. And his dreams was that he was a star, and all the others, the sun and the moon was, and all the stars were bowing in front of him. Or another one was he was a little bunch of wheat, and all the other wheats were bound to him. So that's the story. That's the dream of Joseph. So they said, okay, let's see if as a slave is gonna be ruling on top of us or ruling us or as a family member. So Joseph was sold. Joseph, of course, didn't want to be sold. He didn't want to leave his father's house, but he was forced by his brothers to do it. So he was sold, and someone in Egypt bought him, and he was working for this man. But because God was with him, and because he was a good man, because he was a hard worker, he grew on this house, and he was still a slave, but he had been a governor of this man's very rich man in his house. He was governor of everything. And the story said that when Joseph was a governor for this man in Egypt, this man was blessed because of Joseph. Joseph felt comfortable in there. He was the second number in the house. Everything was under his control, so he was happy there. But because Joseph had the dream, and because Joseph was set to be something bigger than a governor of a rich man, the wife of this man decided to fall in love with Joseph. But Joseph didn't want to get nothing or do nothing with her because he was a right man. He didn't want to, do bad things to his master. So he decided, no, I'm not going to have anything with you. And she was very jealous. She was very upset. And then she managed to put him in a big trouble, said that he was trying to rape her, etc. So the master of this house, this rich man, put him in prison because of this. Joseph didn't want to leave Caiaphas' house. Joseph didn't want to be in prison, but Joseph now was in prison because of something he didn't done. He refused to do, but anyway, he was in prison because of this. But instead of feeling miserable or feeling, horrible or blaming everyone because of that or, cursing his life because of this, he hasn't done nothing of those. He decided to do his best in prison, and after some time, he was put in charge of the other prisoners. So Joseph, every time he was put in a bad situation, he transformed that situation in something good for himself. It's a lesson for us to learn. He was not cursing the situation, he was blessing the situation. He didn't know why. He didn't want to be in prison. He didn't want to be where he was. He wants to be in his father's house, but that's what the situation he was, and he was blessing the moment he was living in. Well, in the prison, two of the servants of the king of Pharaoh was put in prison with Joseph. Two of them had the dreams in the same night, and Joseph interpreted the dream. And one, Joseph said that you die, and the other one, Joseph said they'll be living and serving the Pharaoh, the king. And then he said to the guy that he said that he will leave, that was the one that was serving the wine for the king. He said to him, look, when you are serving the wine to the king, remember me and tell him that I'm not guilty of what they are saying that I done. I haven't done it, but tell him to be pitying on me. Okay, it happens exactly the way Joseph said. But when the guy went back to his job, he forgot about Joseph. Well, I'm sure he forgot not because he wants to forget it, but because the plans were not for him to be a servant in the Pharaoh's house. God wants Joseph to do something better and bigger. So if the the servant remember Joseph and uh, speak about Joseph to Pharaoh, Pharaoh will take him from the prison and he'll be another slave in Pharaoh's house. So the servant forgot about Pharaoh. But one day, the king Pharaoh had a dream. He dreamed, his dream was very, very strange dream. He dreamed about seven cows, seven very fat cows, and seven very slim cows. And the slim cows was eating the fat cows. He was very disturbed by this dream. And then he had another dream. So he was disturbed by these two dreams. And then he was so upset that everyone knew that the king was upset. So the servant asked him what happened. And he said, I had a dream. And no one can interpret it my dream. And then he remembered Joseph. And said, oh my God, how I forgot Joseph. And then he told the king about Joseph. And the king told the servant to tell the people from the prison to bring Joseph to him. So they bring Joseph to him, and Joseph interpreted the dream. And then the king asked all of the people that were there what they should do about the dream and how they should do to preserve the kingdom from these 7 years of a very good harvest and a lot of richness, and then follow the 7 years of fame and of dried season that will happen, and then in poverty Egypt. So Joseph stepped in and said, I think the king should nominate a good man to be in charge of everything in the kingdom, every harvest from the kingdom for the 7 years, and then storage of the food that you make it, so you survive the 7 years of the dry season that is coming. So the king put Joseph in charge of everything in the kingdom. So now Joseph was not anymore the slave, but now Joseph was the second man after the Pharaoh, after the king. So what's this lesson tell us? Don't curse the situation you are in. Bless it. Do your best, because you don't know why you are put in this situation. Joseph was put in this situation to learn how to be a good administrator. He was put in this moment in the first house to learn how to handle a good time. And then in prison, he was put in to learn how to handle a bad time, because that's what he was going to be doing for the rest of his life. He is going to be the governor of Egypt for all his life until he died of 100 years. So when you are put in a situation now, don't curse the situation. Bless the moment, bless the situation, because you don't know what's coming next. Probably you are going through all these situations because you have been training to a bigger stuff. And if not, you have been training to be a good person to yourself. In any case, in any path, in any way, you are going to be blessed. So look at the examples of the past and apply to your life. I'm doing it to my life. I bless in all the situations, and I try to solve and to repair everything that comes to my hands, because I don't know why it's coming. I don't have, I'm not that clever to see what's coming in about 10 years, but I know what's happening today, and I know I am in training for something better and for something bigger. Okay. I'm feeling a little cold now, staying here for a long time. Not that long, about 15 minutes. That's long enough for me to feel a little cold, because I'm not a young lady anymore. Yes. I am in my 6-7. So yes, I mean, I have to take care of myself. Okay. Okay, God bless you, keep you safe, and don't curse your moment. Bless your moment. Do your best in whatever you are doing right now so you can pass the test and take the next one. And hope you do your best, because I'm trying to do my best. Okay? God bless you, keep you safe, and me also. Bye bye.